And one.
Assalamu alaikum ji. I'm Afzal Faruqi, and with me we have Dr. Najib Somro from Australia. Dr. Najib is a famous doctor related with sports for many years. We would like to start our program on Usman Khawaja, the Pakistani origin Australian cricketer. Definitely, Dr. Najib has various experience working with numerous cricketers over there in Australia. I would ask Dr. Najib because he's a Pakistani himself. So, what do you think, Dr. Najib? Usman, tell us about Usman Khwaja's career achievement and being a Pakistani. How do you rate his achievements?
Yeah, great question, Afzal bhai. First of all, welcome everyone, viewers. Sorry for not having very frequent videos in the past few weeks. Just been a busy time of the year. However, today is the first anniversary of the channel. So, Afzal bhai, thank you very much for convincing and promoting and motivating to do the videos. Appreciate that. That always makes a huge difference. Um, from Usman Khwaja's perspective and in cricket in Australia is quite a cutthroat sport. As you can imagine, cricket anywhere in the world. So imagine this. If there was an English cricketer or a South African cricketer and he made it to the Pakistan team, how challenging would that be for that sort of a person coming in from overseas? Or think about it like this: if there was someone from Iran or somebody from maybe Afghanistan coming in, breaking into the Pakistan cricket team as a migrant, that would be quite challenging, wouldn't it? Like we know that even in Pakistan, people who are coming from the smaller provinces like Balochistan and things like that don't get a lot of opportunity, and that's the reality. And similar is the case in Australia. Australia in predominantly has had players who came from a certain background and certain sort of a pathway, and it's the first time a colored cricketer actually made it to the Australian cricket team. So a huge achievement from that point of view, and that sort of opens up doors for other colored cricketers to come and play for Pakistan, play for Australia, be it Bangladeshi origin, be it Pakistani, Indian, or some other origin. Now, interestingly enough, there have been cricketers of dual origins who have played for Australia before, but all of them have been Caucasians. A name that rings the bell was Kepler Wessels, originating from South Africa, played for Australia, but also for South Africa.
Well, what do you think that will this break an ice regarding the Pakistani cricketers or other cricketers? In fact, South Asian cricketers, if we discuss broadly, Usman's career achievement, will that break the ice and more Asians? We would see more Asians being in the Australian team in the future.
We already are seeing that. So we have seen more recently Tanveer Sangha making debut. He was in, I believe, the 2023 World Cup in India. And then we've a little bit before him, about 7 8 years ago, was Gurinder Sandhu, where he was an Indian origin but Australian born cricketer who played T20 cricket, 2 or 3 T20s for Australia several years ago. And then more recently, we have seen another cricketer. He's a Sikh. I've forgotten his name, but he scored 300 runs in one of the ODI games, the local domestic ODI Premier Cricket games. However, he captained Australian under 19 team. I actually worked with the Australian cricket under 19 team a couple of years ago, and there were two cricketers from Indian origin. Both were Sikhs, and both were a part of the team. So I think slowly things are changing in Australia. We have also seen some coaching staff of Indian origin. So there was a spin coach in Australia a couple of years ago. I've again forgotten his name as well. But then he later up ended up becoming a coach for Bangladesh. Now, I want to take you back to colored cricketers' origins. There was one more cricketer who was colored, and he actually coached Australia, and his name was Dave Watmore. So Dave Watmore is
They got
actually
more,
originally
definitely.
from Sri Lanka, and he has made his name in the coaching books, but also he has done quite well in the first class setup of Australia. I believe he was a little bit before our time. So I think if somebody first broke the ice, was Dave Watmore, and then we've slowly seen. But Australia is quite a tough environment. Um, but the most important thing that Usman Khawaja says, and I can also relate with how I worked things out, you have to be original. You can never 100% fit in exactly and become an Australian. We have our own culture, our own values. We should stick with those as well, but also get others to respect. And the foremost thing is, let the bat do the talking, let the ball do the talking. The more wickets you take, the more runs you make, people are going to respect you more. As simple as that.
Well, very good insights you have shared. My last question would be, what do you think that the retirement career path for any sportsman who's almost touching 40, as Usman is around 39 years of age. So what do you think, how will he or other sports personalities who are about to enter their 40s, how will they, is there any coaching facilities for them where they can have some we can where they can do the coaching or what is the retirement path for these sort of cricketers?
So there are several pathways available for cricketers, however they want to take it. A lot of cricketers actually have had enough of cricket and they want to actually move away from cricket and have nothing to do with cricket. Some people enjoy and have the aptitude of teaching cricket. Others have the aptitude of speaking and commentating on cricket. So several pathways are available. I personally believe if I was a cricketer, I would actually take 1 or 2 years away from cricket, because cricket is quite taxing. You're away from the family and you're traveling all the time. Domestic international cricket can take a lot of mental load on you and wear you down. So my advice would be, for from a more medical perspective, would be try to explore other avenues, try to explore other options. Usman is quite popular. I don't know whether he'll get into politics, but we have previously seen some cricketers getting into politics as well. So whether that or community leadership would be one avenue. The other one obviously is coaching with heaps of leagues around. I'm actually envisioning, I think Usman hinted that as well. He probably would continue to play domestic cricket, T20 cricket. Actually, I saw it today. He's actually making a comeback in the Brisbane T20 Brisbane Heat team. So he's going to play a couple of BBL matches. So they've got a few matches left, and Usman along with Labuschagne are coming in. So I would assume that Usman will play 1 or 2, probably even 3 years of domestic slash Big Bash League type of league cricket, and who knows, he might end up in the PSL as well. So I think he still has a couple of years left him from a cricketing perspective.
Thank you very much. You have really shared some beautiful insights regarding Usman Khwaja, who has served so well for Australia. We would love to see more South Asians and especially Pakistani cricketers participating in the Pakistani origin cricketers, I must say, in the Australian team. Let's see who will be the next one. Till then, goodbye.
Yeah, thank you very much. And one thing would be quite harsh if we don't mention this name, would be Fawad Khan. He actually played for Australia, and he played, I believe, a few one-day internationals and T20s, probably no test matches. And there was another cricketer who was making a bit of a ruffle, but he didn't quite stay in Australia. Osman Kader. He played a bit of Big
Yeah,
Bash
yeah, yeah.
Sheffield Shield cricket. However, he decided to change paths and go into Pakistan cricket. So there have been a few cricketers like that. Actually, Fawad Khan was accelerated to get his Australian citizenship to then represent Australia pretty quickly. Um, he is now a part of the Australian coaching staff, and he's a spin bowling coach within the setup as well. So, but anyway, challenging proposition, Australia. One thing that I will advise everyone who wants to do well in Australia is one thing my supervisor told me: if uh, an Australian is over here in terms of talent, then if you are an immigrant, then you got to be above that. So you got to continuously perform and beat other people to then make your part in the team. And then you can imagine how good Usman would have been. So to keep his place in the playing 11. Thank you, Azal bhai. Appreciate that, and look forward to the
Thank
next
you.
chat with you.